Hello again, guys, and welcome back to the next part of the Style 5 Baby Bend series.
Talk tick, talk tick, talk tick.
Well, now it's almost 12 o'clock and I'm here in a stew. Should I stay or go back home? I don't know what to do. One thing that I know for sure, that girl and I are through. Still hearing tick-tock, tick, tick-tock, tick-tock, tick, tick-tock, tick-tock, tick, tick-tock, tick.
Talk tick, talk tick, talk tick.
Tick-tock.
Hopefully we can get this clock tick-tocking like all the other ones in the intro. And to figure that out, if we've actually got it right, we're going to put our balance wheel and hairspring in now. So, I've got my tweezers here. And I'm just going to go, I think, how am I going to go about this? Going to get our, as I often like to do with these, I like to come in from the side. When it comes to filming anyway. And we'll just get that in there. Yeah, and I gotta hold this because that screw isn't tight yet. Hope you can kind of see I'm just holding the balance wheel. And I'm gonna gently do up the screw that holds the wheel in. There we go. Okay, yeah, sometimes that can be kind of risky all in itself. We'll make all the necessary adjustments to the actual wheel itself after we're done pinning it. So we're gonna put our hairspring in here. Oh, come on. Yeah, there's a really weird bend on that one. I don't know what the heck happened to this poor guy. But someone was definitely in here, I think, at one point. Or another, or unless Westclox just did a really crap job of this one. I'm not really sure what happened there. And, okay, and now we'll get it into the stud if we can. Well, if I can't, I don't know what I'm going to do with this clock, but... Anyway, so you can see there how I've got it. Yeah, this is a really weird bend on this one. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I don't want to make new bends myself. I'm not really... As much as I like these clocks, I don't want to make a custom one with a hairspring, with a deformed hairspring, the Gregola Special. Okay, let's see here. Can we get it in here? Come on. Oh, it's in. Part of that is anyway. And if I could just get that a little straighter. Huh? And remember, we're not like, we're not trying to, well, as I've been saying basically this whole time, not trying to make new shapes in the hairspring. Just trying to push it enough, just so it's actually usable. What the heck happened to this poor clock? I'm just looking at this spring. What happened here? I don't know if I don't want to know, honestly. Sometimes with this stuff. People come in named Gregola Productions and screw things up. No, I'm just kidding. Well, I have screwed stuff up. Everyone has. If this is one of those moments, then I think these guys did a heck of a better job than I ever did. Because usually when I screw something up, it usually means the end of the hairspring. So, these guys, if this was their first time doing this, then hats off to them, because this came out pretty good otherwise. Unless they really screwed something up. But anyway, okay, so now we'll put our the pin in. Oh my gosh, the taper pin. I'll see if we can get it actually to go. Oh, no movement yet. There's a little bit of ticking there, but not much. That's okay. We're not even really adjusted properly yet. Let me just test if this is gonna no, okay. I like to test and see if our regulator catches the hairspring anywhere. Oh, you know what? It's not even, because this isn't, and I've just spotted this. This offset bend is supposed to be flat in there. You can see that right there. This is supposed to be more flat than it is. So we've got to take it out and do it again. That's not any good. For you guys, anyway. I get it nice and aligned like that. Like that kind of works, I guess. Also, remember, there's no oil on this thing, so that's probably why it's not running. And also, to adjust this correctly, let me just see here. Is this not gonna? Oh yeah, okay. No, I need to loosen this up. The rule of thumb for adjusting this is to get it kind of get it. Whoops. Get it to okay. Get it to not move. Like get the balance wheel, so you know, just tighten it up just enough so it doesn't move on its own. That's not enough. See, like that there, and then back it off 1/4 of a turn. So that's probably about here, possibly. I'm thinking. I'm not entirely sure myself. Okay, let's check our hairspring again here. I think that's passable as that is. I'm gonna try and oil this thing and see if we can get it to run, because that might be our main problem. I remember finding this clock and it was dry. It was really dry. So, or when I first got it, it was dry, as you all know, as you saw when it was disassembled. And I think I'm just checking here to make sure I'm not getting ahead of myself with oiling. I think we can do that now, actually. Yeah, I think we'll be okay there if we do that. So we're going to oil her up now. And let's see here. I think the main, probably the crucial area to oil is right there on that balance, on the balance wheel there. Well, not on the on the impulse pin and on both pivots. I think that's the place we got to get to, and I believe that's what's holding us up here. Whoops, jeepers. Brutal. Okay, and I've also adjusted the hairspring one last time, and I see we've kind of got it better, sort of. I guess that works. Okay, let's see here. Okay, we've just oiled the clock up, and we've got it just barely running. So, that isn't great results. Kind of crap results, actually, but it was better than what we were having before, where it didn't want to run at all. And if you flip it over, it'll just stop, more or less. This is making me wonder if the balance wheel is having an issue here with its pivots. But if it wants to run this way, I wonder if it could almost use the dollar watch method, where you can kind of run them in, sort of. I don't know if that'll apply here necessarily. I mean, I literally just oiled it. This is the only results I'm really getting with this. Let me try and adjust this more, the regulator. Yeah, that's about as good as it's gotten right now. So maybe I just need to let the oil work itself in. I don't know. And for those of you who have no idea, go around and oil all the pivots. Actually, I see a little bit of a drop there. Over here. A little too much there. You don't want that, because it'll pull itself out of the movement and go all over the place. Go all over inside the case there. Yeah, I don't know why it's stopping. Maybe this is... How about here? Let's try it like this, because it's going to be running like this in its case. Oh, whoops. Maybe we'll flip it over. Oh, what the heck happened here? It doesn't want to run like that, or does it? I can't remember how this thing was positioned, actually. I've just realized I've forgotten to oil something. I haven't oiled the teeth on the pallet fork. And how that all is supposed to work is you're supposed to oil every second tooth of that, and I haven't done that, so maybe that's why we're stalling out really bad here. Or not stalling, or not running too well here. Okay. I've also lost track of where I was. Well, that, a little drop on there. Here. Here. even getting oil on this stuff now? I don't even know. I don't know. This method here, I might have to either use the bottle or use something else, because this isn't working that well, at least not at the moment. And I've kind of lost track as to where I was, as to what I was oiling and where, wheel-wise. Yeah, that's the motion we're getting. It's better than nothing, but that's not great. I'm wondering if the pivots need to be polished. I don't have any polishing compounds or anything like that. Ah, shoot. I wonder if that's our problem. We'll come to a screeching halt that way. Tighten it up. Let's see what happens here. Oh, this doesn't... I don't love those results. Okay, after playing around with the movements some more, I managed to get better results out of it. There was lots of, well, I forgot to oil the pallets, the impulse pins on the pallet fork there, and also oiling every second tooth of the escape wheel. And I don't know, fooling around with the screw there, testing the tightness, and I did unpin the hairspring 1 or 2 times to try to get it more in beat. And I haven't fooled around with the regulator yet. Let me try that. That screws us up, or I don't know what'll happen. Oh. See, the thing doesn't start. You gotta give it a bit of a kick. Oh. Well, not really a kick, I don't know. You gotta move it a bit. It won't start up all on its own, which isn't, you know. In the case, you could just flip it over or whatever and, you know, give the balance wheel a shake and you'll go. Well, we're back the next day, and this is more or less not changed from this motion here. So we're getting a pretty alright motion now. And really, how did I get to this point? Well, I was just kind of screwing around with it. But the main change I made was replacing the balance cup on this side. And that just unscrews. So I didn't do it the smartest way. I didn't take the balance wheel and hairspring out. I just took that out. But really, you should take this all out. Then unscrew the cup on that side. And yes, that is the cup right there. That screw. So that's where that all is. So anyway, yeah, they're interchangeable in this era still. Later ones are riveted in. So, not that that's the worst thing, but for this particular movement, that's great because it's either the point of that side of the wheel or it's that cup. And I decided to change out the cup because I had a spare one from other baby bends that I've parted out. So anyway, yeah, we got the clock running now in one way or another. Well, just, as I said, a lot of fumbling around. We got it going, and now we can put our alarm mechanism in. Well, the alarm mechanism itself isn't going in, or not the mechanism itself, but the setting mechanism. So where do we go? Okay, well there's this spring here, so we gotta screw that on. Okay, so we got all our alarm mechanism parts together here. I hope you kept yours nice and organized. And first thing we'll do is put our screw on. And we'll put this spring here on, the main tension spring. And it just goes on right there, I believe. There we are. I'll just adjust that. So it's actually near the hole. Oops. Okay. There we are. That's step number 1. Make sure it's actually over here where it's supposed to be. Next up, we grab our alarm wheel, or our alarm, I don't know, the wheel that had the alarm finger arbor here, and here's the actual finger. Put this in here. There we go, like that. Stick this in here. And there's also a double D, the silver double D washer, wherever that is. Oh, where'd that go? I just had it. Oh, here it is. So there's this washer here, and then we got to put this in here. So this is going to be interesting. So the main idea is to have it actually just, you know, stick it in there and get it over top of that blue steel arbor there. And you may get your tweezers up in the gear train. Whoops. Come on. Put this thing in here. Yeah, these things can be kind of annoying to deal with. These washers, but you can get them in one way or another. Come on. You know you want to go in there. Talking to it doesn't really do much, viewers. Anyway, okay, I didn't really get that in focus, but anyway, it's in now. So that's good. We can put our other stuff on. So first thing that goes on is our spring, our half spring. Interesting how they cut it. Look at that. There's a tail. There's more of a tail on this end. There's no tail on that end. There's not really one. You'll see it in a second here. See that? It's a very one-sided alarm spring. Most are not like that. Anyway, then we throw one of the double D washers on. Go like that. Throw our beveled, I don't know, the tension nut on. Screw that on. What the heck happened here? Oh, of course it had to fall in the movement somewhere. I don't know if you can see it in there, but it's just, of course, right? It has to get jammed in there somewhere. Just kind of poke it out. Hope it falls out somewhere. There it is. Oh, there's the spring. We've got our beveled nut here. Just screw that on. Make sure that's tight enough here. I know I've got my big hands in the way. Oh, here, actually, this is almost better. Just hold this up like this, and then just screw this down. Yeah, that can be finger tight, I'm pretty sure. And you put this washer on, the other double D, and then you can get your split kind of, it's not quite a C-clip, but it's another washer with a weird sort of split in it. I'm not really sure why Westclox did that. But anyway, and then you can get your knob on. So like this. Now what you do is, oh, well, I have to get the time setting knob on. We'll put the time setting knob on. That just presses on like this. Oh, shoot, wait a minute. Nope, not yet. I don't want to do that yet. Because we got to put some little springs and stuff in there just for dust insulation here. So, oops. Okay, so we got this spring here. This goes on here. And we got this washer, and I'm pretty sure that's it for these. Other movements have more paraphernalia that goes in there. But I'm pretty sure that's it for this one. And where's the knob at? I'm just throwing stuff everywhere, viewers, as I'm working on this. Okay, this can just be pressed on like that. There we are. Now what we can do is just test this. So if the finger here, and this only turns one way, because if you turn it the other way, you'll just unscrew it. The finger only goes one way, and you got to make sure that when you're setting the time that the finger doesn't get dragged along with the time train. And obviously, oh, wait, no, I don't, no, it won't, okay. Yeah, just totally disregard what I'm saying. Anyway, yeah, that's actually tight enough, I'm pretty sure. Because it's not moving. Let me just try it over here. Oh, yeah, no. See that? It's not supposed to be doing that. So we're going to tighten this up a little bit. And I might grab a pair of pliers, actually. Sometimes doing these finger tight works, but other times it doesn't. Whoops. Let's grab our non-grip pliers here. Try that. Sometimes it'll work right in certain positions, and in other times it won't, which is something to be wary of. Whoops. Come on. There we go. Get that on. I don't know what the purpose of some of those washers are, but or some of the two at the top are, but anyway. So there you go. You want it more tight. And obviously, oh, and see now that's how the alarm trips right there. This won't move. Good. This won't do anything. I hope. This won't do anything either. So yeah, you kind of need to fiddle around with this for a few minutes. These movements. It's still better than the ones that are pressed on. That's a whole nother fiasco to deal with. And actually, I'm noticing this one's bent. So we're gonna bend this. We're gonna bend that whole arbor a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. It's bent. We're gonna move this whole thing over like that just a bit. You don't have to go crazy with bending stuff, really. You try that again. See if it's still good. because you don't want to put the whole thing together and realize that when the clock is running, the alarm's resetting itself, and that's exactly what would happen. This is your alarm setter right here. So, you know, you don't want that. Okay. I'm pretty sure that'll work for us here. So anyway, I think with all this together, we can put our case back on, pretty much. I think we're all set. So while our movement just kind of sits over there and runs, I've realized something about this little part of the case here. Not only is most of the rubber that's riveted on onto this plate here broken and cracked and it's coming off, and I don't know what that is, and stuff like that's lying around, this has a soft and loud function here. And you can see it over here, it's, you know, loud and soft. Well, usually on these clocks, this piece here would have a little piece of cloth on it, and this is, you know, this would be loud, the cloth is over there. This is soft. The cloth is, the hammer is getting, or it's interacting with the cloth and making a quieter alarm. And of course, when it's over here, the cloth is moved and the hammer just hits the bell for the loud. So, I think I'm going to make a new cloth. I'm going to super glue a little piece of cut shirt. I'm just going to cut up a scrap t-shirt and just kind of super glue a little piece of something on there, just so it actually has that still. Okay, we've got this little almost red flag on here now. And some of the glue did kind of seep down and get under here. And I'm just using Gorilla Super Glue. It's nothing extreme. And really what I've been doing to prevent it from drying and, you know, seizing this lever in one place, I've just been moving this back and forth. And now that the glue basically is dry on this, we can assemble this. Yeah, I'm happy I was able to get, you know, some of the original, well, functionality back. Well, all the original functionality back, but, like, you know, something that was gone, I'm happy I was able to replace that. And let's just see here how this works. Okay, there we go. So this is obviously on loud mode. Now we're on soft mode. So you hit this fabric here. Loud, soft, loud, soft. Yeah, there you get the idea. And just one final time for the record here, this movement was built, well, this whole clock was built December 3rd of 1941. Actually, instead of doing it that way, I'm going to put this on first. Oh, hold on. We'll get this on first. Shoot. Okay, and now, actually, I'm going to do this a different way. I'm going to get this on here first. And I've got it upside down. This is a nice, I like this whole inner case thing that Westclox was doing during this time. And you know, just this whole, these gray sections here, these sheet metal sections, whatever you want to call them. I think they're more for dust insulation than anything else, because I think a lot of other alarm clocks and stuff did not have these. And now we pop our back on. Also, there's a little bit of rust down here that looks like it might chip off, but I think we'll, oh wait, maybe we won't be okay with this. Hold on, this might be in kind of crap shape, actually, this piece here. I might go grab another one of these, just due to this one being kind of crusty, really. I'm not sure how you'd go about repairing this one. Okay, I've just dipped this in simple green. This, not the whole movement, but just this part here. I just gotten all the dust and stuff out and then dried it off and all that fun stuff there. Okay, so, well, we've got it backwards again. Here's our, there we go. That looks more correct, or does it? Okay, there we go. The clock almost looks like it's wearing a suit of armor with this extra dust insulation on. I guess it almost is, isn't it? You know, the clock almost looks like it's wearing a little suit of armor with this dust insulation on here. I suppose it almost is, isn't it? Because it's a lot more protected in here than some other clocks were, such as Ingram, and just starts calling out names. No, but really, like, most of the time, the movements, just throw it in the case, and that's. No, this you gotta have, you have stuff like this going. We have a case inside a case. Now what we'll do, and I keep testing the alarm as we go here. We'll put our bell on. And do you guys really need to see me put the hands on again? I'm just thinking here. I don't know. That's a case of reverse of assembly. It really is. The only reason I really wouldn't want to show you is because, you know, it's radioactive material because of the luminous hands and all that fun stuff. And yeah, you just press it on, really, and go with that. But yeah, that's luminous hands, so I'd kind of like to just not handle that as much as possible. In the meantime, let's test our new alarm functionality out here. Okay, or our new loud and soft functionality here. So here's loud. That's a great start. Here's soft. Doesn't even work. Loud doesn't work, or loud wants to not. I think we might have to make some modifications to our cloth. Okay, I've put a smaller piece in here, and the glue, I just ripped the other one out, so this'll work. I've tested this. We've actually got our proper alarm functionality back. So that's great. We've managed to fix that. And now we can put this all, or we can screw this together. Well, viewers, unfortunately I skipped out on you a little bit with the hands and dial and the rest of the case. I mean, really, it's reverse of assembly. This was not hard to get back together. The hour hand, since we kind of screwed with it, was a little bit out of whack. It was bent up a little bit, so I had to kind of maneuver that with a screwdriver. And yeah, mainly the reason why I didn't want to show me putting the dial one on is because of the luminous hands and numbers, and I want to be done with that stuff as quickly as possible. I don't want to hang around. So generally, you know, I'll show it coming apart, but I won't show it going back on just for that reason. Anyway, yeah, here's the 41 Baby Ben here. And just in case nobody, well, I showed how to use one of these in the first part, but here's the directions again. There's our little slow and fast, the regulator cover here, and here's our repaired soft and loud functionality. Here, let's give that a go, shall we? Here we are on what do we call soft. All right, let's hear it. And here is loud. There is a slight difference there. I know it kind of didn't sound like there was, but there was. That piece of fabric I put in there doesn't do absolutely nothing, I can assure you. So anyways, viewers, that is the 1941 Baby Ben series. The Style 5 Baby Ben. And if you're hunting around in antique stores and you find one of these, probably pick it up. If you find this exact color scheme here and you see War Alarm on the dial there instead of Westclox, that's a definite go-getter there. That's a rare clock. I have no idea if I'll ever make a video on Westclox War Alarm clocks, but for the meantime, I'm gonna link a video in the description explaining the significance of that. So check out the description to see that. And yeah, that's the Baby Ben. It's keeping time, and it's running well, and you just heard the alarm, so that's it. I thank you guys for sticking around for this series and seeing the whole thing through. And yeah, that'll be it for now. And I'll see you in the next episode of the GPWS, whatever that's gonna be.